Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matter to we the people. Andrew Cuomo says leftist Dems pressured Pelosi on impeachment, warns it will go nowhere. Fox News reports that New York Governor Andrew Cuomo on Thursday said that leftist Democrats pressured House Speaker Pelosi into launching the impeachment inquiry into President Trump and warned that the inquiry will ultimately go nowhere. And that's exactly what I've been saying from the beginning, because they really don't have anything. But Cuomo said, I think we now go to a very long and unproductive road, he said during a chat on political civility at Seton Hall Law School with former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, according to New York Daily News. Quote, Speaker Pelosi was dealing with pressure from her caucus, and there's a heightened leftist component to the Democratic Party that she was feeling pressure for, Cuomo said. She's a deliberate, responsible person. She's not a knee-jerk person, and I think she even resisted the pressure in her caucus admirably for a long period of time. Pelosi announced the inquiry this week in the wake of revelations about President Trump's July conversation with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, in which Trump sought assistance in investigating former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter. In particular, Trump asked about Biden's bragging that he secured the firing of the Eastern European country's top prosecutor, who has been investigating a firm to which Hunter had ties. A whistleblower's complaint alleges that Trump was soliciting help in the 2020 election, while Democrats have claimed that the call is evidence of quid pro quo in which Trump requests foreign assistance against a political rival in exchange for the unlocking of withheld military aid. They have also alleged a cover-up. But I'm gonna stop right here for a second and note that now we know that he actually asked for them to look into CrowdStrike, not into Biden. He said, "Can you do me a favor? Can you look into CrowdStrike?" And I got into CrowdStrike in prior videos. Quote, they're doing their quote unquote inquiry. I think the Ukraine issue raises a lot of questions, and I think it is for an investigative committee. It is fodder. They can spend months, one witness after another, on all sort of different tracks, Cuomo said. Where does it go ultimately? Nowhere, because even if they vote for impeachment, it goes to the Senate, and it wouldn't happen in the Senate. That's because Republicans have the majority of the Senate. So this is all just political. There's nothing they can do. They won't be able to impeach Trump because Republicans hold the Senate. Quote, so my guess is that this continues and blends into the presidential campaign. The problem with that is nothing else is going to get done between now and then, he said. And another thing about this, I would like to add is that they want to, if this goes all the way through the campaign, like I alluded to in other videos, is that it's going to be it's going to solidify Trump's base and get him fired up, because no one likes impeachment. We've seen what happened in the 90s with Bill Clinton. Cuomo comments underscores the awareness with which the impeachment push is being seen by some more centrist parts of the Democratic Party, who fear that the country is not yet with them on inquiry, and that it could backfire in an election year as it eclipses other parts of the Democratic agenda, because they're spending all this time on impeachment. They're not looking at the other candidates. So Trump is getting all the airtime instead of the Democrats. The Daily News reported that it was a shift for Cuomo after he said Wednesday that you're darn right there should be an inquiry. But a spokesman for Cuomo told the Daily News that the governor on Thursday was describing the divide before Trump's Ukraine call was revealed. Early calls for impeachment from the far left flank members of the caucus were more aggressive, and Nancy Pelosi was taking a deliberate path, which the governor agreed with. The spokeswoman said, however, that all changed once the Ukraine revelations came to light. And I mean, I think the Democrats are setting themselves up for failure. Nobody really wants this impeachment except for the far leftists, and it's going to divide the country. And I think it's going to bolster Trump's base, like I said earlier. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out DEMOCREPUBLIX.com for the latest in news. Until next time.
We live in a real nightmare. We live in a real nightmare.